Have you ever felt like your job is just working against you? Like it's at odds with who you are or maybe even the very source of your problems? Well, today we're going to dive into a really radical answer to that question. It's an idea that takes one of the toughest jobs you can imagine, being a prison guard, and flips it into something totally different, something essential.
So, it all starts with this incredibly raw and honest question from a prison guard. He's been dealing with health problems for years, and he feels this huge conflict inside. He believes that suffering comes from hurting others, but that's kind of what his job seems to be about. It's a question a lot of us could ask, right? How do you find meaning when your work just feels wrong?
You can see his struggle is really two-sided. On one hand, you've got this physical battle with his health, and on the other, there's this deep, almost spiritual conflict with the job itself. So let's break that down a little more. Okay, just look at the layers of this dilemma he's in. First, these health issues have been dogging him since his 30s. Then you've got his core belief that harming other people is what leads to your own suffering. That's a massive conflict when your job is literally guarding people who are being punished. And here's the real kicker. He chose this job for health-related reasons. The whole situation feels like one giant, painful contradiction. So the answer he gets isn't just some simple advice, it's a complete shift in perspective. The idea is that the guard and the inmates are actually in that prison together for a very specific reason. And, you know what? It has absolutely nothing to do with punishment. It's all about study.
This whole idea is based on something called the law of similar mass. The concept is that nature, or the universe, whatever you want to call it, brings people together who have a similar kind of energy, or mass. They're not there by accident. No, they're there for a purpose, to study the same phenomenon but from opposite sides of the fence so they can get a complete picture.
Think about it like this: a prosecutor and a thief. Now, according to this idea, they share a similar mass. One person spends their entire life studying crime and criminals. The other person, well, they provide the living, breathing material for that study. They are fundamentally linked, two sides of the same coin, both completely focused on understanding the same piece of the human puzzle. In this principle, it's not just about crime and punishment. It shows up in other places too. Like, take medicine, for example. This one's an even more powerful way to think about it.
So picture a doctor who's dedicated their life to studying cancer and a patient who has cancer. This theory suggests they are also brought together by this law. The doctor, in a way, has the metaphorical DNA for that illness, this deep, innate drive and ability to understand it. The patient, then, is the one who manifests the illness, providing the actual, living research the doctor needs to find a cure. They are both totally, fundamentally connected to the very same condition.
And here's the crucial point. These pairings, the prosecutor and the thief, the doctor and the patient, it's not just about them. The ultimate goal is so much bigger. It's all about doing the research needed to find answers that can help all of us, to stop the same kind of suffering from happening to other people down the road. Okay, so if this is all true, what on earth does it mean for our prison guard, the one who's struggling so much with his job? This is where everything gets turned completely on its head. Right. If his job isn't really to punish, then what is his actual role inside those prison walls? The answer is so simple, but it changes everything. He's a social researcher, and he's been placed in the perfect laboratory to do the most important work of his life.
So here it is, his new job description. Number 1, you are not there to punish. Number 2, the inmates are not bad people. They are your priceless research material. Your real job is to watch them, to study them, to figure out the root causes that led them to where they are. And the most important part, he's there because he has the exact qualities needed to do this specific, difficult kind of research. He's the right person for the job.
And this isn't just some philosophical game to make him feel better. This new perspective comes with a clear, step-by-step plan. It gives him a whole new way to walk into work every single day.
So here's the 4-step method. First, you study. You watch the inmates, but your goal isn't to judge them, it's to understand them. Second, you synthesize. After years of this, the source suggests maybe even 15 years, you'll start to see the deep patterns and habits. Third, you share. You take everything you've learned, all your unique insights, and you put them into a form others can learn from, maybe a book. And finally, you contribute. You use that research to help society stop these problems before they even start. This right here, this is the mission. It takes his job from being a source of pain and turns it into this incredibly noble cause. His work isn't just about managing today's problems anymore. It's about building a better future for everyone.
And by embracing this role, his personal struggle, even his health issues, become directly linked to a purpose that's so much bigger than himself.
So, all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. If a prison guard is a social researcher and a doctor is a biological one, what about you? What unique human problem or condition or puzzle has your job, your life, maybe even your struggles put you in the perfect position to study? What is your profession asking you to research for the benefit of us all?